అయిపోతే ఒకసారి మేడం ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేశాను చెప్పారంటే మార్నింగ్ బాగుంటుంది.
Good afternoon, sir.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see me?
Yes, sir. So,
Okay.
in 5 minutes, we'll start the session, sir.
Sure, no problem. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Because participants will be joining till 2 o'clock, sir.
Sure. So I'm keeping myself in mute. My video also I'm switching off. You say when I'm ready, you can then only thing is make me co-host so that I can share my slides and the videos, please.
Yes,
Make
sir.
me
We have
co-host.
already made you the co-host, sir.
Okay. So just I'll play one video. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yours is being shared now. I will not do it now. But please make it co-host. That's enough. I'll take it later. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Very good afternoon, sir. Rangaraj, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, madam, you are audible.
Sir, very good afternoon. We'll
Good afternoon.
start in a while. A few minutes we will start, sir.
Sure, sure. We'll give them some time, maybe 3-4 minutes. I'll wait. I'm putting myself in mute, and as well as my video is off. You just tell me when it is ready, then I'll start. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. I'll welcome the participants and I'll introduce you. Then we shall start, sir. Another maybe 3-4 minutes time. That's it.
Good afternoon, all. Sanskriti School of Engineering, Puttaparthi welcomes for AICTE sponsored online 1-week STTP on role of artificial intelligence in engineering applications. Day 6, session 2. Now I welcome to our Dean Academic and MBA Principal, Dr. Balakoteshwari Madam. Sorry for the delay.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible, ma'am.
Yeah. There was some technical glitch. I'm really sorry. Very good afternoon to all.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
There is an echo
Yeah, I
coming up.
welcome you all. Yeah, 1 second, sir. I tried to log in from another device. It is echoing actually. Yeah, now it will be fine. A very good afternoon. Sanskriti School of Engineering, Puttaparthi is inviting all the participants and the speaker for today to AICTE sponsored online 1-week short-term training program, Series 4, organized by Department of Computer Sciences with the title of Role of Artificial Intelligence in Engineering Applications. Today we have with us the speaker for today's session, Mr. S. Rangarajan. Sir is a Senior Vice President and MD India Global Digital Head, AICTE India. And we are privileged to have you, sir. I'll quickly take audience through your profile, if you permit.
Sure.
Sir, presently is serving as Senior Vice President, MD India Global Digital Head. Sir has also been associated with Capgemini Technology Business Services, and he was also with Hinduja Global Services as Global Head. He was with HP also, and he was with Axo Nobel Coatings India Limited as manager, and he also with Asian Paints India. From Madras University, first rank holder, and he is graduate in business management, production management from Newport University, California. Sir has completed his executive program in business analytics and intelligence from IIO. Sir has also completed executive program in competitive strategy from ICTE Business School, Singapore. Sir is a result-oriented business leader, digital evangelist with 36 years of experience helping companies structure, implement, and innovate through business digital transformation service. He is managing director, as mentioned, in the company Alorica India and Global Digital Head. Sir is established first digital center design, development, and implementation of strategic digital solutions, including AI, cognitive, RPA, mobile apps, and blockchain to deliver tangible value to the clients. And Sir also authored for Springer edition, Lean for Service Industry, published in Europe in 2012. Sir, speaker in various international conferences, include IQPC, QCI, and universities including IIM Bangalore, Alliance University, KRUG, and Indus Business Academy. Sir, career highlights are he is a lead large business and digital transformation programs across multiple global geographies he has conducted, and with fully integrated initiatives and intelligent automation into the strategic planning process with all aspects of business, client digital strategies, organization culture, and creative execution. He also designed and implemented new business models and digital capabilities across the value chain, delivering competitive advantage, value delivery, earning company-wide commitment, and delivering new revenue generation of more than 300 million euros, costing 50 greater than 350 million euros for clients in last 5 years. Sir has built and led high-performing global business transformation than 350 million euros for clients in last 5 years. Sir has built and led high-performing global business నన్ను అన్మ్యూట్ చేయమరా నేను మొబైల్ నుంచి జాయిన్ చేసుకోలేదు
Hello.
నన్ను ఒకసారి మొబైల్ నుంచి జాయిన్ నాకు అలౌ చేయండి.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir, we are able to hear you, sir.
Okay, madam, we are losing, I think, if I am right. Can I start or? Hello?
2 minutes.
Sir, 1 minute,
Okay.
sir. Ma'am will
Sure, madam,
introduce you, sir.
Sorry,
No problem, no problem, no problem, no problem.
sir, sorry, there was sudden drop in the net, so I had to join from.
Sure, sure.
So, sir, I'll quickly tell about your certifications. So, with that, I can conclude if you permit.
Done, please.
Yes, sir, as a certified Lean Sigma Master Black Belt from HP, Indian Statistical Institute, Bangalore. Sir is certified digital practitioner from Capgemini. He is certified PMP project management professional, PMI USA. He is also certified trainer for leadership development by Capgemini University Paris. He also has done finance for business leaders from IIM Ahmedabad certification, project management from IISc Bangalore, and he has also conducted leadership training from Kalpan Palvis by UK, and he's certified trainer for SIT-HAT thinking, innovative lateral thinking, change acceleration process. Sir is certified ITIL V3 expert, and he's also good in implementation of CMMI services COPC registered coordinator. He's a lead auditor for ISO 9001, ISO 14000, ISO 20000, ISO 27001. Sir, it is a great privilege, sir, your profile and the time you have taken out to join us and deliver a talk. We are immensely, we are blessed today, and participants are really going to have a wonderful time, because till now all of us have heard from multiple academicians, and you are the only person from the industry where you are actually going to listen from you from the industry perspective of AI
Sure.
applications, sir.
Sure.
Thank you so much, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Just need to confirm whether you are able to hear me perfectly. Now then I will share the screen, please. Okay. You will be stop sharing. So I'll be going ahead. Okay. Then I need to share computer sound, advanced portion of screen. Share. You need to tell me whether you are able to see my screen.
Yes, sir, it is visible for
Can
us.
you confirm somebody? Okay, sure. Thank you. Thanks, madam. Thanks for the introduction, and thanks to Sanskriti College for giving this opportunity. It's indeed a privilege for me, actually, madam. It's not, it's a reverse, because we like industry, we have always been speaking in the industry forum as early as like last Thursday, that is 2 days back, I was in Economic Times Summit, but it's all industry related. But always teaching to taking session in a college is always great, because the people in the students in the college are the future for our India as well as the globe. So it's always great to unfortunately we're not having a face-to-face, but at least whatever level I can do the best, I will do my best. And I will also give last 10-15 minutes for question answer, surely. And with that I will start. Thanks. Tell me its screen is perfect. No, sir, I don't want afterwards. It's fine. Is it perfect?
Actually, screen is little zoomed in, sir.
Okay, zoomed in.
Zoomed in. It is. The picture is looking bigger. I hope it is
Okay.
a PPT, right, sir?
It's a PPT, so I don't know why there is a green color thing is coming here. 1 minute, please. Is it fine now?
The resolution big, actually. The picture is quite big. It is not showing as PPT,
Okay.
but is a portion of PPT.
Okay, I'll close it and open it. Is it fine now? Is it okay? No? Yes?
No, sir.
Is it okay? Somebody?
No, sir.
No? I think something is coming.
Sir, actually it is zoomed, sir.
Okay, okay. I have disabled it. Now it should be perfect. Is it fine now?
It's looking the same as before, sir.
Okay, 1 minute. Can I do only one thing, friends, please? If you don't mind, I'll stop share. Just give me a minute. There is some issue. Excuse me, are you able to hear me still?
Yes,
We are
sir.
able to hear you.
Only can you please excuse me? Sorry, I think there is some resolution problem. I'll just join in 30 seconds, please. Okay, if you don't mind. I'll switch off and switch on. I'll join again. It'll be better.
Okay, sir. No problem, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. You take your time. No problem.
Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
I'm extremely sorry. And I'm sharing the screen. Maybe what I will do is, I don't want to take a risk of sharing. So at least I'll share the screen so that, you can tell me whether you are able to see the screen now. Is it fine?
Sir, it's same as the before, sir.
Oh, it's very what display settings? Okay, change
Sir,
this
it's just displaying artificial and intelligence, half the thing in intelligence, sir.
now. Now it's fine. Sorry, somebody can confirm.
No, sir.
Oh, I'm extremely sorry. I don't know what has happened. 1 minute.
Sir?
Yes, tell me, madam.
Sir, you can log out from the Zoom and you can log in again, sir.
I logged out and logged in, ma. I did now. Actually, somewhere I'll again log out and log in. No problem.
Yes, sir. It
I'll
would
again
be
do
better,
that.
sir.
Hope it works now. I have done that. I'm sharing my screen. Is it fine now?
Yes, sir. It's fine now.
Okay, sure. I have to stop the video. I'll stop the video because no need of seeing me. I'll just change. And so you have to tell me everything is perfect now.
So before it was perfect, sir. Again, it is not weaving
Wow.
the.
Okay. Understood. 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 No problem. Sure. Is it fine now? Is it perfect?
Yes, sir. It's perfect.
Thank you then. We'll go ahead. I understood what is the mistake. So Friends, I'm extremely sorry. We'll go ahead. So let me start with that. Okay, I lost 10 minutes. I'll make it up. I'm extremely sorry. Okay, so as you know that now, I'll just take some introduction before I go into that actual use cases. So you all know that the world has evolved. In the high level, 4 stages has been evolved. So in 1700s, it was a steam, which I was recently when I was in the AI conference, they said no, if not for steam, we would not have come to the stage where we are. Then 1800s, it was electricity. 1900s, the mainly 1970s, it was 80s were computing power. Now today, it's completely the connected world, which is where artificial intelligence comes in a big way. And that's where the industrial revolution and the connected world, because if not, for example, the mobile, the IoTs and all that. So let us see how it is working out for us. So this is the recent study. By 2020, 85% of our customers for in the business side will manage 85% of their 8% of the relationship with the enterprise without interacting with the human. What is meant by that? For example, you will order online, you will do everything without even speaking to a person, and it may reach your house with bots and all that. So that's what the expectation is. This may not be in India, but the world is moving towards that. In India also is fast catching up with the world. So that's the study Gartner. And artificial intelligence cannot stand on its own. So we will be seeing some IoT plus artificial intelligence plus robots and all that. So this next 1.5 hours, I'll try to catch up with, what are the different technologies which is helping in different industries. So I'm going to take specific industry examples. I'll be showing you videos specific to the industries, and mainly focusing on natural language processing. I'll be focusing on a little bit on the cognitive computing, machine learning, and neural networks and all that, which is all comes under the artificial intelligence arm. This is an interesting slide where you can see that human capability versus technology. It was always human capability was higher than the technology, but the recent study says that the technology capability is slightly going up in areas, and we are here. And as and when the AI is developing in a big way, they are saying that this graph will catch up in a big way, and leaving behind human in a big way. This is all predictions, but at the end of the day, the machines or technology is being created by human, absolutely. But the capacity with human can compute versus AI based machines can compute. You can see that with the examples. So that is where we are saying that the graph is going like this, which is somewhere scary in specific areas. Next, this is on the survey of the technologies in 2020, the emerging technologies. Still, IoT and smart sensor is 63%, which is where the manufacturing world is completely dependent on that. So the complete IoT and smart sensor. Artificial intelligence also depends on sensors in a big way, and IoT. So 63% of people said that IoT and smart sensor is the highest technology being used. Next is AI. Then blockchain is coming up, AR, VR, robotics, 3D printing, autonomous vehicles, wearables, and all that. So this is where the world is seeing, and we are going to cover maybe the first two. That's what is more interesting, specific to AI part of it, and that's what we will cover. Before I start my actual session on AI, I would like you to see this video, and only one person, if you can, madam, you can confirm. First time I'm playing the video today. Can you please confirm whether you are able to hear and see once the video is on? Okay, please, somebody. Are you able to hear and see? Somebody can confirm?
Yes, sir. We can see and hear as well.
Okay.
When everything becomes linked with everything else, matter becomes mind, and the possibilities become endless. Imagine 50 billion IoT connected devices by 2020. Now, imagine the economic impact of these connected machines. $4 to $11 trillion per year by 2025. Wearable devices, environmental sensors, agricultural machinery, components in a vehicle, or devices in homes can all be connected to deliver insights and drive transformation. So imagine if you had smart devices in your home, your car, your workplace, or even on yourself. The world becomes alive. That's Internet of Things. The Internet of Things is making everyday objects into data factories. When Internet of Things, along with big data, meets artificial intelligence, this interface will become enlivened with intelligence, which will increasingly talk back to us. Imagine the kind of world that it would be. Imagine the revolution it will usher in the way we see the world. The external world will become the extension of our mind, like an extension of our thoughts. Imagine a world that is responsive, a world that is optimized for human creativity, a world that is intelligent. The Internet of Things is a breeding ground for new AI-driven solutions and experiences, from self-driving cars to intelligent homes to health. Welcome to the world of endless possibilities. Welcome to AI.
So that's the introduction. No, with that we will start. So the next one is we'll actually, I think Madam was telling last 1 week you are all having sessions on AI, so I will not take up that much, but still I thought, no, without an introduction to AI, I should not be doing. You all know that it is a popular branch of computer science that concerns with building intelligent smart machines. So the intelligence is very, very important, and how the intelligence is built with the help of IoTs, sensors, robots and all that, and capable of performing intelligent tasks. So that is the key, because previously, if you see, most of the machines that were there, they were physically being handled. Okay. And now comes where, these machines, like after AI, this can learn and actually perform the things, because it is somewhere, programmed in such a way that it is able to learn things and perform the way the human is doing. And that's what is there. And I will also touch upon deep learning and machine learning to an extent, which is transforming it in a big way, because those are all components of AI. A typical AI value chain element, again, full week you would have learned, but still from an industry perspective, I'll say we capture a lot of data. Then the second step is analytics comes into play, where cleansing of the raw data happens. What is meant by cleansing? You will collect so much data, but at the end of the day, I need to only have few of the data elements. Like if you can take an example, like you do a master health checkup, but there are specific areas only which you will be more worried about it. So that is where otherwise they would have done 700 tests, 600 tests. Then as once the cleansing is happened, you label that very clearly. What is meant by labeling? This is the data of this machine, and this is being given at this time, and this is the importance of this data. So in a retail world, please, you would have all gone to a stores, the price, the date of manufacture, the date of expiry, all these are called as the labeling nowadays. And standardization is everywhere. In India, you can go ahead. If it is written 12/20, it means it is December 2020. So that is the standardization label. Nobody will write. In US, if you go, it's completely written in a different way. So that's where the country to country, the standardization of labeling, everybody will. You create a model. So once the model is created, you train the model with the same type of data. And the typical example, literally 2 million, or I don't know the numbers now, 2 million cancer MRI, so that it will learn what is cancer, what is not cancer. This is breast cancer, this is stomach cancer, this is lung cancer, this is that cancer, and this is how it looks all the 2 million, 3 million. After the 2 million or 3 million or 1 million, or depending upon the industry, in a retail 2 million is not required. So you then pass a new cancer MRI scan. It should immediately detect and say this is lung cancer and the size is 2 mm and it is left to this, right to that, all that it is. And that is where, and then once you are confident of these results, you deploy it. This is the AI value chain, which I think people would have addressed it in the last 1 week, but I thought how an industry will address. These are the 7 steps in an 8 steps in an industry. Then how AI works. Okay, there are 3 specific things for AI. One is the sensing. Sensing is like now use computer vision or audio processing. We use the sensing. Then the comprehending. Comprehending is like, analyzing, assessing and everything. And the final is acting. So these are the 3 specific AI technology. For that, a lot of AI technologies are there. I've just listed few of things. And there are like, for example, we have come to a stage on speech analytics. I'll just take one because you would not have heard about speech analytics, where in call center industry today, as the customer is speaking. So you are a customer, you are ordering, for example, something. Let us take a pizza. Okay, I'm just taking example of a pizza. You are ordering a pizza in real time. The speech is converted into text is converted into an intent. What is meant by that? The person is asking for pizza, the intent is order for pizza. So immediately it will go and bring the screen in front of the agent. All the screen will have all the pizza related elements, and he can immediately order, rather than previously after understanding the agent used to click and bring that. Now automatically as the customer is speaking, so I need, for example, the customer is saying I wanted extra topping of cheese pizza with paneer XYZ. All that is understood real time in speech analytics, and the right pizza will come in front of the agent to say it's going to cost you $5 or 5 rupees or 10 rupees or 500 rupees, and it will come in 2 minutes or 20 minutes depending upon the time required. So I'm just taking pizza as an example. There's a small example so that everybody understands, but we are gone to extreme stages where the banking loans, fraud, everything is being done, speech analytics and AI. So I just take an example. The next is machine learning. So how the machine learning happens. So there is an input data, which was the cancer type of it. Then it finds the relationships, it finds the patterns, it finds the dependencies, and it takes the hidden structures. All these 4 with which the algorithms and techniques are built in the backend. And finally, once that is done, the optimum model is built in a machine learning. And then that is the backbone which actually starts predicting things. And again, there are 4 steps in it. First is collection of data, then there is learning, then there is pattern detection, and finally self-programming is done. So these are the steps which is followed in the industry today. Then I'm going slightly fast so that I'll go to the use cases. Okay, so what are the 7 steps in machine learning? 1, gathering data. Everybody knows we have to gather humongous amount of data. Then you have to prepare the data, which is what I showed in even the AI. Then choose a model. Once you are choosing the model, you have to train the model. Then you have to evaluate the model. Then it is called as hyperparameter tuning, which is a 6th step, which is very, very critical one. And finally, the model starts predicting. Like, for example, you give a picture of a car, it will automatically say it's a car because it has seen 100 types of car, and it may come and tell it is BMW, whatever, 320D. Because it has seen that, it will tell immediately today. Okay, that's how the machine learning works. And why is ML important? First phase is the learning, second phase is the prediction, and this prediction is what helping humongously. Like, for example, the doctors. That's where I'm going to show, because why I'm rushing now is I wanted to really show the examples to you, practical videos I have collected, from different, which I used to use it for my presentations in my company. So I'm just using those and predict it. And types of ML, which again, last 1 week you would have seen. One is supervised learning. I don't want to go deep in it because there will be a lot of professors would have taken supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. These are the 3 types of ML that is being used in the industry. And depending upon the use cases, we may use supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. Okay. And now getting into the actual use cases. So what are the AI/ML use cases that is there in the market? One is, as I told you, medical diagnosis, which is cancer. Cancer is one example I am taking. Lot of other things are being detected automatically because you are feeding multiple amounts of data to get it. That's one thing. Stock market trading. Previously, we used to, that's what I'm saying, 1990s and all, computer power was not there to analyze. Today, you can analyze Reliance versus I'm just taking Reliance oil, like, our petroleum, Reliance Petroleum. Reliance Petroleum, you want to compare it with some petroleum company in Mexico, you can do it within seconds, because the availability of data is there, the availability of models and all that. So you can trading, you can immediately do a lot of comparisons. This bank is predicting that Reliance is good, other bank is predicting that Reliance is bad. How many banks are predicting positive, how many banks are predicting negative, like in stock market. Online fraud detection, this is one more thing, where, depending on the patterns, if suppose this person logs in last time, it is that person has actually done a fraud, there will be automatically in the, if you want to create a trigger, like for example, or a pattern is happening, like 3 times 1,000 rupees is being I'm just taking examples, friend, is being withdrawn, then I think there is a problem here. Please identify this. There is the model is not, model will immediately predict it. So I'm just taking rough examples on online product. Virtual personal assistant, your Alexas and Googles and all that. No, nowadays, I was worried. I saw a documentary where, for example, today morning, you get up at 7:30. Regularly, I get up at 5:30. Today, I get up at 7:30. And when you got up at 7:30, think that you have told to Alexa saying that I'm not feeling well. I want to order a tea, for example. The same pattern it has seen 5 times. Whenever you are getting up at 7:30, you have said, I'm not feeling like working. I want a tea. 6th time, Alexa will learn that you have to order a tea. That is the level I am worried that, the world is going to move. And Alexa is capturing each. I'm just taking Alexa as an example, friends. It's capturing your moods, your way of behaviors. You go to gym. If you are getting up at 5:30, you switch on a music. If you get up at 6:30, if you are getting up at 7:30, you will say, Alexa, please order a Uber immediately. I want to leave. So all these patterns are learned. So that is a virtual and then email spam and malware filtering. So a lot of spam mails and all today, because this is one more big industry today, because spam mail will come, and from there, you can have a malware and your systems can go for a toss. Self-driving cars, no need to speak. Google is always ahead of it, and it is testing a lot of things. We don't know when the certification will happen, but there is a day where self-driving cars, because self-driving trucks, I will show the example, it's already being used in US, but there is a driver who is sitting but not driving. That's there. And the product recommendation. So this is one more thing, like for example, I'm just telling, I wanted to understand which product to buy in laptops. I am an AI student. I am studying in third year engineering. So can you tell me which type of Alexa? I'm just taking Alexa as an example. Can you tell which product? So it will go and do the AI search. All that, like, model will predict. Finally, I think you should buy a Lenovo L14 SSD, 256 SSD, XYZ, and all that. Something like that. Traffic prediction, you already know. I don't want to say you are in Bangalore, pre-COVID, post-COVID now. Pre-COVID, it will give all the predictions, how much time, what is it, and all that, and what are the alternatives, everything is there. Speech recognition, I already told you, speech analytics, speech recognition, and everything. Image recognition is one thing, big industry, and I will show the positives and negatives of image recognition in China, which will slowly come into India, friends, in the future. And then automatic language translation. So few of the cases I will be taking examples with video. I believe, in showing videos rather than me speaking more. I have specifically taken up videos from different industry, and I will explain about it. I'll just touch upon, I don't want to take more time. Deep learning is similar to it, but it has more, the feature extraction and classification is slightly higher. Algorithmic models are used. And for example, you give a car to it, it'll say it's car or a not car, which is the output that will tell with the deep learning, lot of models. So deep learning, machine learning are the backbones for an AI. And same process in deep learning. So understand the problem. First, you have to understand what problem you are addressing. Okay. And then identify the data correctly to that, select that right deep learning algorithms which is being built, train the model, and finally test the model and use the model on the ground. So say steps in very high level I put deep learning. And again, deep learning examples where it all used. Image recognition is one of the biggest deep learning thing. For example, I remember when Reliance data center that's in Bombay, Thane, it has a huge deep learning models. Like for example, because these are all data centers hosting a lot of data across the world, across India, a lot of government data and everything. So they have to be very, very secure. So if you are already in police you have listed, or in all this, the images immediately it will detect and say that no, this person is not the right person, don't allow it, security already. So all that, all the crime and everything comes in, and it ensures that the image is recognized immediately, and if this person is going to be the right person to allow inside or not. Natural language processing is the backbone. NLP is one of the important things. For example, what you speak need to be understand, and NLP is used for it. And NLP also is getting into a next level where you are youngsters. I'm slightly old. Youngsters will use small short terms. So that also BRB. I'll be right back. This is what I've seen after starting Zoom, because Zoom way of meeting, everybody writes BRB, be right back. So instead of writing be right back, I'll come back after 5 minutes, they just write BRB. So that also need to be understand by the language is one thing. Portfolio management, and I told price movements and all that. Drug discovery in COVID, it has been used in a big way, and better diagnosis of diseases, I told cancer and all that. Speech recognition is one important thing, and robots and self-driving cars. This is where deep learning examples are there in a big way. Now, AI and investment by sectors. Sectors means like healthcare is a sector, retail is a sector, media and entertainment is a sector, automotive is a sector, consumer products is a sector. If you see the leading sectors are retail, healthcare, who are using your AI and investing big way, automotive, media and entertainment, energy and resources. Okay. And falling behind are like, because for in travel and tourism, Airbnb uses a lot, but still that industry is behind as per 2020. Please, this is 2019. In 2020, maybe education would have completely transformed now, because education would have come here because of COVID. But those days, education was behind. Not that much AI techniques were used, to predict and all that. Like for example, these are the which will be useful for students who are hearing, like which type of, with the patterns of last 8 years, AI will predict these are the 8 questions which is sure shot which will come this year, for example. That's how the education prediction can happen, because AI can survey hundreds of question papers and come back to you that these are the top 10 questions or XYZ and all that, which humanly cannot be possible to be done. So this is that. And again, just to touch upon, we'll be seeing AI in retail. I'll show an example. So from now, I'll play a little bit of, I'll spend some 1 or 2 minutes in explaining about it. And then I'll show you a video so that you can really see the trend, what is happening in different, I'm taken up different industry videos and then showing it to you so that people can make sense of it. Actually, thanks to Sanskriti College, I also spent a lot of time to really, ensure that, what are the typical latest videos that has come up, so that I've taken it up and put it here. So I will show the trends on what is in agriculture. I'll show how the agriculture is being disrupted by AI. I'll be showing how healthcare is being disrupted by AI with an example. I'll show in retail. I'll show smart housing, where, for example, in a fridge, you can order everything already. Whirlpool is ahead in the market, and there are Chinese hair and all that, is already ahead in the market with it, where you can it'll order your groceries, which will show with an examples and all that. So that is that now the trends in 2020 is, more or less, in most of these areas. Healthcare has taken a big one because of COVID and the diseases, because a lot of predictions are required. But all other industries also is picking up in a big way as far as AI is concerned. Also, we'll go to the practical examples. I just took some. For example, in transportation, they want to reduce accidents and cut operational costs. That's where driverless vehicles, this was a great insight for me. In trucks, driverless, the advantage is 24 hours the truck can go, because it can go in one lane. It will not cut left side and right side and all that. For example, if all the trucks are driverless, it can go in one lane straight. The left lane and the right lane can be left for example, car and bus. The central lane for trucks. But the advantage is the truck can go 24 hours. But a human, you remember, in face detection and all that, how they avoid accidents with AI images. Like if your eyes is slightly closing, means you are trying to sleep. So that pattern is studied continuously and identified. Today it is being used in real time in a lot of countries. Maybe China and the US are ahead. They can identify, if suppose the facial recognition, everything is there in your car or your truck, automatic images are being flashed to the central place, and with a pattern it will identify, and it will caution you 10 minutes before itself, saying that, hey, I think you are trying to sleep. It will immediately caution, stop this car, he is not right to drive. Today we don't have such technology. Until you get into an accident, nobody knows that. So that is where the driverless trucks can run for 24 hours without fatigue, because there is nobody. He's not going. The automation machines will not sleep. The same thing, already we discussed a lot about cancer and other diseases. Water is one more sources. For example, this is becoming will become a rare resource. I always tell people, until when I used to travel with my father, mother in train, I'm saying 80s, I don't even know what is water bottle, because we get down in the station, whatever the pipe that is there, we just catch the whatever the water that is coming out and used to drink. We don't worry about all these. Today we have to have water, Himalayan water, this water, that water, this what is that, undissolved solids and all the TDS. Total dissolved solids, everything we are looking at it, but I don't know whether water is finally healthy or not. But there are a lot of analysis and studies are being done to identify how to protect water bodies, how to provide water resources and all that. A lot of things are coming up. Incidentally, just to touch up, before I forget that example, I saw it as 2 days back, I was suddenly stunned. Windmill, I think everybody would have seen windmill. No, windmill is like, it's a static large pole where there is a fan that windmill will be running. So it is static and the wind direction depending upon that. But I recently saw innovation that has happened. So the same pole is there, but the fan is connected to a wire. Okay, it's a strong iron wire or whatever it is, and it is roaming around. So it takes more air, and the capacity of the windmill is increased a big way, because currently the fan is only there in one place. The moment it is tied to a string and it can go up to a very large distance and roam around, the complete innovation is different. Then absolutely you can get more electricity out of it. So that is where then traffic management is one, environment is absolutely, we can do a great thing, and technology is always, a lot of technological innovations are happening. So with that, I'll start the first and foremost AI implementation, which we will see in agriculture. So one more time, friends, if somebody can confirm whether you are able to hear the voice as well as the video, I'll be happy. I'll just start and then pause it.
Traditional agriculture has always used data, but today's data challenges are increasingly more complex. Data must be harnessed in new ways and provide better insights. Over the next generation, our global population will continue to grow.
Yes, we are able to
By
hear.
2050, there will be 9 billion people on the Earth.
No, it is visible.
And it's expected we will need to produce 70% more food using less land and fewer scarce resources. To meet this challenge, the agricultural industry must evolve. Microsoft and EY are empowering a digital transformation in agriculture by connecting data to the cloud, driving innovation and value. What if you could predict the best crops to grow using the power of data? Recognize crop disease or pests faster. Connect with vendors seamlessly. Doing all this knowing you control your own data. With data captured from each field and connected to predictive analysis, farmers have an unprecedented view of their crops. Edge computing will lower the cost of field oversight and accelerate the response to crop threats. Artificial intelligence will expose inefficiencies and unlock new insights to enhance production. Mixed reality will make a remote mechanic an expert and give agronomists the complete view of a farm. robotics will add a new dimension to how and where crops can be produced. Microsoft and EY have the experience, trust, and scale to enable innovation throughout the global food value chain. Working together, we can rise to the challenge of feeding the world. This is data-driven agriculture. This is agriculture on Azure. Because when the world of farming harvests data, the world works better.
So you were able to see the video, no, madam? It was fine?
When everything becomes linked,
You're able to see this video clearly, am I right?
Yes, 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 sir.
Okay, sure, thanks. So, so that is where, as you saw in agriculture and farming, a lot of data is being collected today because, God willing, advantages. I have gone to US a lot of times, and specifically I have visited farms, and where how the data is being collected. Like for example, the sand is being sent to studies, and then the moisture content. They use the weather data, the sand data, the water content data, everything. For example, that total dissolved solids, everything is combined, and what is going to be the weather tomorrow, what is going to be the weather 10 days later. So all that put together, what is the moisture, what is the right seed, everything is studied well using AI patterns and all that, so that the growth of agriculture is going big way into US and all that. That's the advantage for them. So that's where John Deere. You people will know John Deere. John Deere is the tractor company, and in India you will not have seen such big tractors or harvesters they call, like, because they have acres and acres of land where corn farms, corn, which is cornflakes. That's the staple food in US and all that. So the corn farms will be huge. Human cannot do it. So that's where it will be big machines, and the way they actually, the machine while going also studies lot of patterns. Okay, and what is the size of the corn, where which and all that, and that data is fed again and again. They again research it and find it out. So that's where agriculture has become a big thing. As you know, in India also the lands are reducing, population is increasing. So naturally, more food is required at a lesser, more food needs to be produced in a smaller farm, and so AI will be big way useful for us as far as agriculture is concerned. So that is the first case study which I thought will take it up and show you. Then the next one is AI in home appliances. Again, in India a little bit it has come up, I can say that, but the world is absolutely in a different level as far as home appliance is concerned. So you can just see that.
Once considered a technology of the future, artificial intelligence is now applied to a number of home appliances ranging from refrigerators to air conditioners and TVs, among others. How is AI changing our lives? Let's take a glimpse into that revolutionary sensation. Choi Jung is a housewife in her 40s. She spends most of her time in the kitchen, cooking for her family.
하이 삼성 모닝 브리프.
좋은 아침입니다. 오늘은 9월 7일 목요일입니다.
And a refrigerator she purchased a few months ago changed her daily routine completely.
하이 삼성 나만의 레시피 찾아줘.
통조림 참치는 제 밭쥐어 기름기를 제거한 후 잘게 부숩니다.
Featuring AI-based voice recognition, the refrigerator finds the best recipe among some hundreds for Cho Hee-jung.
My hands are often wet or oily when I cook, but now I can conveniently use the refrigerator through its voice recognition feature without having to touch it physically. I usually ask it to play music or find the recipes I need.
That's not all.
냉장고 안에 뭐 있어?
The refrigerator helps Cho Hee-jung with grocery shopping. It shows which ingredients are running low and also allows her to make orders immediately using the appliance.
In the past, I used refrigerators just to keep food fresh, but now it's like a friend that I can talk to. I talk to the refrigerator when I'm in the kitchen, which makes me feel like I'm with a friend.
AI is certainly the hottest theme in the home appliance market for the year 2017. The fourth industrial revolution is powering the rise of smart features in white goods, especially in refrigerators, air conditioners, and washing machines. AI-powered voice control systems have replaced physical commands, and the Internet of Things has taken hold of the entire house with several connected home appliances, making homes smart through very convenient features.
In the year 2017.
So you can see that the level of innovation that has come in the home appliances. Yes, today it's called as smart homes. So we just saw one refrigerator where this is where the connected world first, which I showed you the first slide, if you remember, steam, then electricity, then computers, now the connected world. Why it is connected? A Samsung refrigerator can order grocery for you from Big Basket, for example. You can just it will tell that no apple, sorry, no tomato, no apple, no this. So it will tell that generally I buy 1 kg, so it automatically orders and the order is placed and it will come back. So we have not reached such stage. I don't think so. India should reach that. God willing, we should not go to that much level. But unfortunately, that is what, because people who are working and all that don't have time. They completely will be depending upon the home appliance to order a reorder level. And for example, I will be coming in the evening at 7 p.m. today. So you can tell the machine, please order ice cream for me, XYZ, and so everything. So it is completely, music can be played. You can compare the rates. And the big thing, important thing, from the fridge materials, it can tell you the recipe today you can cook is, for example, I'm telling you sambar, or you can cook the best is, it's better to only make rice and curd and one vegetable because you don't have anything else to prepare. So that's the level, because the AI powered refrigerator knows which vegetable is there, what is there. And incidentally, the Whirlpool and the Samsung ones have come to stage where it will also help you to optimize the space. What is meant by that? You are keeping actually curd in the top and this here. Actually, that is not the right way to keep. Please change it. So that is the level it is interacting today. And same thing, you saw the washing machine. No, it should be spin for more 3 minutes, and 4 minutes it will tell everything. So, and lights and all that is already in India in a big way, that the lights get switched off automatically and all that is already there. But the world is absolutely changing in home appliances in a big way, and the revolution is to a big, and for example dishwashers and all that is changing in a big way, and it's only more to come, and all this is because of AI. So why I am showing you friends, that people who are in computer science engineering should not think only I'll be coding. The only problem is most of them will then know that it is only, they think that it is only Python is my life. No, how you are going to use it in the business, it's going to be important. And that's where I'm saying people like me, just madam would have introduced me as masters in organic chemistry. I was a gold medalist, so I'm coming from an organic chemistry background. Today I head the digital globally, though I have not written a single line of code, friends. I don't know a single line of code in my life. I have not written, to be very clear on that. But I know the business part of it very, very importantly well. And to an extent, I know what can be, which are the areas, AI, how the model works and all that. So don't restrict yourself to only the coding part of it. Please, why I'm showing the examples specifically to all the engineering students and all that, whoever is going through here, is the industry is vast. It's not AI is just for computer programming. No, how it is going to be used in a Whirlpool, how it is going to be used in for example, a dishwasher, how it is going to be used in agriculture. You saw that, how a John Deere, you'll be hired by a John Deere if you are actually helping them in AI, how the tractors can detect the patterns and really make the right way, at the right acceleration, so that the paddy will not get impacted. I'm just telling something. So that is the crux of it. So every industry is using AI. So the coding is only one part of it. And as computer science engineers or computer science, people who are there in this, please think about it in a very, very big way. And then I will just show an example now. It's a completely different. You saw a Samsung refrigerator is ordering. Now that side, they have to manage that. The stores has to manage that. How they are managing is one thing which we thought. We will see that.
I want you to picture your kitchen at home. And if you're like most people, you can trace many of your groceries back to the original source. And so it's this farm-to-table sense of knowing the local grower who's responsible for your produce. I spent a lot of time thinking about the future of the retail grocery industry. Today, about 10% of US shoppers are buying their groceries online, and that's steadily increasing. With new technologies like IoT, like artificial intelligence, this concept of a smart kitchen that could restock itself, we're not very far away from that. Grocery retailers are challenged to match smart kitchens with smart aisles. Grocers who are securing the edge are the ones that are investing behind AI platforms that are designed specifically for retail. They're actually built on retail-specific data. Over the next 2 to 3 months, it learns the behaviors and the preferences of your actual customer base. And so in the end, what you have is a highly accurate forecasting model that can help you make inventory decisions, that can help you make pricing decisions, and can help you design the optimal promotions that's going to ensure that your products are moving off the shelves. Data is only useful if you can process it quickly and you can process it efficiently. And if you can do that, you turn data into real intelligence that you can use to personalize the customer experience. My smartphone can ping me with a personalized discount that's crafted for me. And so if I click on that discount, I can be presented with a store map to actually find these items. And now I can be guided through the aisles with shelving that lights up as I approach it. Insights need to be processed very close to where the data set sits. I'll give you an example. If you're standing in the produce aisle, there isn't time to send the data to an off-site processing center, back to the store, and then back down to the customer. So in today's era, seconds matter in the customer experience. The future of the grocery industry belongs to those organizations that can process data at the edge of your network. In that way, the concept of edge-to-edge intelligence is tailor-made for the grocery business, because we want to keep our data as close to the source as possible, just as we want our food to travel a short distance from the farm to the table.
So you can see that, how important is the data processing. This is where, though it is slightly impacting India, what he was giving an example is from a US store, by the time it reaches India, the pattern studies and all that, that's where, he's telling the locally how fast that analytics is done, the prediction is done. And so that, it says, buy this, buy not. And if you see in a Ale, I have walked in a Alibaba store in China, where it'll actually predict you, like I want to see the butter, it'll come near the butter, it'll automatically ping you in your mobile phone saying that this is where it's there, you check it up. So that's the level AI is working today. So in a retail store, and you can literally there is no its facial recognition has come to a stage where in KFC, that is Kentucky Fried Chicken in China, you can, with facial recognition, the payment is completely, there is no touch, no credit card, nothing. You just show your face. There is a platform like how we have WhatsApp here, that's called as WeChat. There WeChat is connected to my payment window. So, and it is already, that our mobile and all that is facial enabled. So it reads your face, it goes to WeChat payment like Paytm, it automatically debits 100 rupees or 500 rupees, whatever is it, and that's done. So no need to even take your phone. That's the future. That's, you show your face, everything is connected there in the future. So that's what they are claiming. So that is how the stores are going ahead, and so that they are cutting short of the time spent, because if you come to Bangalore, there is DMart. If you go there, will be 20, like some 50 lines are there, 20 people will be there, 5 10 people will be there, and all that. No, if you want to avoid, just walk in, select yours and leave. Everything is detected automatically. That's the stage retail is moving. So AI is used in a big way. Not only that, as you are telling, how to move the products faster from the shelf. So which product I should keep it in the front, which should be kept in the back, which should be combined. I think that is called as bundling in bundling in the case of retail. What is meant by bundling? I'm just taking sugar is always bought with maida, for example. So it is bundling. So and when Ranga is going to the stores, it is always bundled. So it will show that sugar is here, maida is here. Ranga, you walk into this aisle, you will find it, for example. So such is the AI prediction, because it has already understood my patterns. So when I walk into the store, it will automatically tell me where it is, what is the price, and what will be the spend for today, everything. That's the power of it. And so retail is really becoming big, friends. And engineering students who are there, you need to bring this innovation to India in a big way. That's what is the expectation, please. Now we will get into the AI in healthcare. So again, you can see all this, why I'm showing it, so that visually it can impact you and you can remember that, so that some person who is listening here can become an innovator and can start up a company in the future from Sanskriti or anywhere, and become big. So let us see now AI in healthcare.
Hospitals are producing so much data that it is extraordinarily difficult to provide the analytics of it so that we can actually benefit patients going forward.
We're collecting a lot more data on these patients, but we're only scratching the surface of how that can be used in the sense of decreasing critical illness. There are always better ways for us to improve the outcomes.
And so artificial intelligence allows us to take information from tens of thousands of patients in order to predict what's going to happen to this particular patient and to prevent it from happening. The Bronx is a very interesting community of people. It is the most vibrant urban environment, I think, in the United States, but it also happens to be the poorest urban county in the country. For a system like Montefiore's, we have to be able to deliver care extraordinarily efficiently, because the amount that we get paid to do that is very, very low relative to the costs of delivering that care.
The reality is patients in the hospital are much sicker than 10, even 20 years ago. The most severe type of respiratory failure is ARDS, and upwards of 40% of the patients of ARDS may not survive the hospitalization. These patients often need ventilators. They often need to be in the ICU for long periods of time. And what we wanted to be able to do was to find a way of detecting patients who may be at high risk of developing respiratory failure.
The way to do that is the use of data that exists in thousands and thousands of patients to predict who's at risk and to intervene to prevent it from happening.
I'm finding patterns in the data, finding patterns that otherwise are much harder to find, but we're using the data to tell us where those objects are instead of trying to look for them manually.
We are using machine learning and artificial intelligence to build a system that's always watching. We call it PALM, Patient-Centered Analytic Learning Machine. Our vision is to present PALM as the nervous system of this institution.
So it's tricky to detect respiratory failure. Respiratory failure can develop slowly and insidiously.
So what we have designed PALM to do is that it collects different kinds of information.
Someone's heart rate, their blood pressure, their oxygen saturation, changes in their physiologic vital signs on a second-by-second or minute-by-minute basis has implications for where they are going.
PALM's job is to calculate the risk for the patients to have either respiratory failure or whether or not this patient is at risk of dying.
There is an overwhelming amount of data that we have to deal with in healthcare.
The only way we're going to be able to analyze it is through the use of machines.
So we have found a lot of reasons to work with Intel because they want to not only imagine the future, but also shape the future of healthcare. We are not only using their engineering powers today, we are also using the cluster of servers as underpinning of our technology. It's also having a partner to imagine what is possible in the future. Our algorithm outperforms any similar model that exists. Not only we ended up with an algorithm that can predict respiratory failure, but also it can predict sepsis. We have data that shows that it has decreased the length of stay overall, as well as within the ICU. We see it as the future of healthcare. Our work, it is all about providing the best care.
So that's on healthcare. So at least you would have seen some glimpses. Again, as I told you, healthcare is a big thing where AI is being used. Where you are like that's where blockchain comes into a big way. Also, even a different session, if you allow me, I will take up a blockchain session where healthcare and how from the birth a person gets a blockchain record, so that a chain of things when you were so that's where AI and blockchain can work out very well. No, for example, today I remember when like somebody gets a sugar, they say that no, I think it will be because your father had a sugar, that this and all that, when did he have a sugar. But now with AI patterns, you can seriously, your father had it at 62 years old and he was taking this type of food patterns, your mother had this so all the pattern studies can be done, so that AI can predict that you will get sugar at 45 if you continue eating like this. It will be the level that where world will come to stage. So healthcare is a big market. So India is still in the exploratory stage. We have to really come up. So a lot of insights can be brought through AI, and you can improve the hospitals. As he was telling, the place in US is actually a low cost area, and so they don't get that much money in the hospital. They cannot pay that much, and that's where with AI they are able to treat more patients as well as predict, so that they don't come to the hospital itself. So we need to really crack such a thing in India, so that the poor people or people who are in the low cost areas who cannot pay until they get the real disease, they are, how can we avoid it? That's the future. So if we can really make some thing in the healthcare, nothing like that, that's one thing which will help us really. The next is interesting one is the sports. I thought how AI is being used in sports, and specifically I saw recently one cricket audio where like everything is detected at when you are hitting in a square cut. When you are hitting your bat, you are in this angle and it hits at this speed you are doing it. It's not the right way, you change it and all that. So all the pattern studies is done. So let us see what's AI in sports and how it's being used in different sports, please. Again, friends who are really a sports enthusiastic, it's not just how much you can contribute with just AI programming, and that's what Kumble is having his own tie-up with Anil Kumble is having with a own tie-up with Microsoft, and he has brought in his academy the latest, and same Pulela Gopichand is doing it in badminton. So in India also we are really AI has brought in big transformations in the way the cricket and badminton and boxing and all this is being done now. So like AI plays very big role in sports. So that's where, you can see each and every pattern and the data. Like for example, in a match in Virat Kohli will be, okay, if he scored 100 runs, he would have done minimum, just taking an example, 160 strokes. He would have done 170 strokes, depending upon number of dot balls, number of 1 runs, 2 runs, whatever it is, that can I read 170 balls into if he has played some 100 tests. How can I take all the patterns and really they will read, and all that is the amazing, that which a human cannot do it. And that's where AI in sports is becoming a big industry. It's becoming a big industry. So people who are sports enthusiastic, you can just enter AI in sports. So that's where this. And this is the driverless truck, because it's very, very important how it is being done. And this company, the youngster, just to tell you, the CEO of this company, driverless truck, is 21-year-old. Is just a 21-year-old. Embark is the company which has started in US. Is just a 21-year-old. And the biggest thing here, again, this is like Uber. Uber doesn't own even a single car that is running. They have just given that, that app. That's it. All the drivers buy their car and all that, Uber runs. Same thing. The truck is not owned by him. The technology is owned by him. How the driver will run. So that is the importance of this. And this is, driverless truck for you. So driverless truck is one more important trend. Driverless cars is also connected with it. What is important here is, the number of sensors. As you said, there are 5 cameras of that car. So the automotive industry itself is getting disrupted in a big way now. The BMWs. Actually, I had a BMW factory video. If time permits, I'll show you how in a factory, they show everything, so that a completely, quality testing of the cars is done through AI. Because it will show, because all the patterns have been shown continuously to it. So if there is a small dent somewhere, which is humanly not possible to detect, it will detect, and it will tell, no, this is where is that, no, the paint is not up to the mark, it will tell. So if time permits, I'll show you. But the driverless trucks it's an amazing concept, because it actually, finds out the patterns, at what speed I should stop, when there is an obstruction, how can I do it, and everything. And truck because huge. So please, already they are saying 5 trucks are running in US without driverless. What only thing is, it's not allowed. Only thing is the driver is sitting there. That's it. But he will not do anything. Everything is done by the truck. That's how driverless trucks is done in US. Just to keep you informed, people should not ask. I don't think so. It is done. It is done with the driver without even touching. He'll just sit idle. That's it. So that's on driverless trucks. The next is the advanced supply chain, because which is one more important industry in the world now. Okay, supply chain is one where you can see Amazon. The level of delivery that is happening within India in Amazon is mind-blowing. Flipkart is left behind in a big way. But having said that, Amazon, how they are managing it, what is that they are having in their warehouses now, which makes it completely different, where AI is completely disrupting it with robots, because it's all programmed. The robots can identify and everything. So you can see that. Next is supply chain. It's a fulfillment window of a warehouse of Amazon. No human. Here it comes like a train track, you can see. So that's on supply chain. Supply chain is again is a huge area now, because with most of retail plus supply chain, trucks and all that, that the amount of people used to work in warehouses is now completely changed. And that's where because I used to work in supply chain, I used to know how a truck is loaded and all that those days, because I worked in the manufacturing industry before I came to this IT industry. But today I can see AI like in supply chain, everything is disrupted in a big way, and the level of precision with which accurately it will dispatch to this place and everything is completely mind blowing today. So that's the AI in supply chain. And now let us see banking. So this is again, this is because this customer I work with them. It's like Bank of America. Okay, where the level where AI is being used by chatbots is now it's also mind blowing. Like you can see the person, she is getting into a restaurant, and she will the last she will ask, last time when I came to this restaurant, can you tell me how much I spent? And through AI and analysis, it will say you spent 12 rupees, 40 rupees, whatever is the number of dollars it will say. And the level of thing is mind blowing in the banking industry. This is only one edge of banking which I'm showing. But banking industry is again disrupted with AI in a big way, because, for example, loan disbursement, the way loans are being dispersed, all that, not in India, friends. India will catch up still. But AI is bringing, and that's where youngsters, students who are there in this should be disrupting India in a big way. And so you can see that.
Meet Erica, your virtual financial assistant in the Bank of America mobile app, here to help you bank. Erica can help you pay your bills anytime, from almost anywhere. If your debit card goes missing, Erica's got you covered.
I can't find my card. Oh, it's all good. I got it this time.
And with Erica, you can quickly send money to your friends.
I'll pay you back.
No matter where they bank.
Oh. It's been a while since we've had lunch together.
It hasn't been that long.
Need to find a past transaction? Erica makes it easy.
Erica, when was my last expense at the Lime truck?
Here's what I found. Your last transaction at the Lime truck was December 15th.
Way too long. No. Are you serious?
Erica, please unlock my debit card.
No problem. Your card is now unlocked and ready to use.
Meet Erica, your virtual financial assistant. Just talk, type, or tap, and Erica will help you with the rest. Open the Bank of America.
Just a glimpse of the banking. Actually, a lot of things are happening in the banking industry. And actually, I had, recently in China, because of, the level of data that is captured that is going to come next, where, with that level of data that is being captured there, they have everything. They say, please friends, they come to a stage, if you are frequently, your mobile battery goes down frequently, your loan credit score goes down, because then you may escape from phone being not there. So when the call is being made or something like that. So that the level of China is moving towards that, where the credit score is decided by your phone recording and all that. So, but this because now I wanted to slowly move into also the negatives of AI, which is going to be used absolutely in India also in the future. This is a surveillance, because they are telling that they can find out terrorists, they can find out people in seconds where they are, which is going to be very useful for countries like India. And China has already sold this to a lot of countries. In the African countries, they are selling it and all that, where there is unrest. You can see this. This is a risk. It has its negatives, it has its positives, but still AI is AI, because I have to show them also that you can just see how it is happening.
In China, in the age of AI, there's no doubt about who is in charge. In an authoritarian state, social stability is the watchword of the government. And artificial intelligence has increased its ability to scan the country for signs of unrest. It's been projected that over 600 million cameras will be deployed by 2020. Here, they may be used to discourage jaywalking, but they also serve to remind people that the state is watching.
And now there is a project called Sharp Eyes, which is putting camera on every major street and corner of every village in China, meaning everywhere, matching with the most advanced artificial intelligence algorithm, which they can actually use this data, real-time data, to pick up a face or pick up an action.
Frequent security expos feature companies like Megvii and its facial recognition technology. They show off cameras with AI that can track cars and identify individuals by face or just by the way they walk.
The place is just filled with these screens where you can see the computers are actually reading people's faces and trying to digest that data and basically track and identify who each person is. And it's incredible to see so many, because just 2 or 3 years ago, we hardly saw that kind of thing. So a big part of it is government spending. And so the technology has really taken off, and a lot of companies have started to sort of glom onto this idea that this is the future.
So that's how, China is like, in a big way on surveillance. This is one thing which absolutely, so each and every data point now, because that's where, loan disbursement, everything is connected now, because they have all the data, and, people like they are saying banks are really worried in China, because the WeChat, the Alibaba Pay, Alibaba is the biggest, like Amazon for India, Alibaba is the biggest in China. They have the Alipay. Alipay is like, like they do more than the banking transactions now. That is where, banks are afraid. So that's the level. Is last and final example before I leave it for, it's 3:30. I know I have told 3:40. I know I lost 10 minutes, but I thought I'll give 20 minutes if there is any questions. This is in music. So I didn't take the film industry to an extent. So I thought at least let us end with the music industry, how AI is being useful. So friends, you can see AI is being everywhere. So don't target only an Infosys or a TCS or people like us who are in Alorica or that. The industry is vast, and the number of AI people being hired in the market is huge. If you are the right candidate who can understand how the industry is using, because it is not just coding. If you can understand the business perspective of it, how it is being used, you are the leaders in the market. So last and final video for the day.
This music that you just heard, it is not the work of some composer sitting in a studio. It is actually made by AIVA, an AI machine trained in the works of greats like Beethoven, Bach, and Mozart. So just imagine, what if AIVA could create a personalized birthday song for your loved ones in the voice of their favorite artist?
You know that feeling, like there's a song in the air and it's playing just for you?
Fascinating, isn't it? We know that this is bad.
I'm old enough to face the dawn.
But this sounds good. So how exactly do we form an opinion on music? Well, we relate a new music to a previous knowledge of music and decide which one was better. But computers don't see it that way.
Then how do they see it?
This is what a musical composition looks like to an AI machine. Instead of studying audio output, a neural network is given a training data set of MIDI files, which consist only of musical notes. It then creates a mathematical model to predict which note would come next. And it's not just the classification of notes. Each piece of music is then tagged into a category of emotion and mood to personalize it according to the user's needs. This is all awesome in theory, but will this whole lot of mathematics be able to match the artistic ingenuity of a human? Well, that remains a mystery that future will unfold. But the question is, will people really like AI music? See, music is not an entertaining entity in itself. When we consume music, we don't just listen to the notes. We know the artist too, the background, the cultural relevance. So we consume the artist's personality as well as their talent. And that is why when Justin Bieber came for a concert in India and people realized that the whole concert was entirely lip-synced, they got mad. Really mad. But let's keep the question of ingenuity aside and see the huge potential here. An AI machine which can create music. It isn't hard to imagine a future where software could generate hours of music. An app which at the click of a button will produce a soundtrack fitting to your mood and made up of instruments you've never even heard of. With Google and Sony backing such projects, there already exists a plethora of tools like Magenta, MuseNet, and Iowa, which are already applying the tech to user-based products.
Now that's good news.
Every 10 years or so, there's a disruption in the music industry, and AI could very well be the next one. The recommendation systems used by music streaming apps are already unmatched. They know who is listening to what and even when. So how will an original music composer compete with hours of customized music that an AI machine can produce? Would the next superstar whose Instagram page you'd follow be a faceless AI machine? Would the live concerts be stageless with your invisible AI performer? It's a bit early to answer those questions, but AI is shaping music industry. That much is certain. Hey guys, if you
So that's on music, and you know that Steve Jobs started with his picture. Those days, animation was the best. That's where he started Apple and all that. So music industry again. So I've shown you so many industries, AI disrupting it, and so it's a lot of potential practical use cases. Huge number of use cases that is there in the industry. If you can really master to an extent, or see people who are coding, I'm not saying underdoing. That's one part of it. If you can understand the business perspectives, really practical applications of it, understand how the industry works, then the way that you are programming the AI will be completely different. And that's where I request each one of you to really utilize this knowledge of, a lot of industries, how they are doing it and all that. I will just take with the last one, the challenges that is there. You need a lot of data. So the industry is facing the challenge of, for example, that's where India, we don't have that much connected sensors. Like, for example, the way you just heard 600 million cameras, 1 million is 10 lakh cameras, friends, 600 million cameras by 2020. That is already, we are in 2020 now, China is having. So the amount of data they are collecting is huge, and low intensity AI research, because our research and how much is available is there. Expertise, that's what I am saying. Persons here who are listening to it, if you can really come up and learn and really become an expert, the world is big for you. The resource cost, because very less people are still AI experts and are able to build the models and all that. That's where resource cost is high. If we can really learn AI more, colleges like Sanskriti College create this awareness and create this such programs, really bring it. It's great, and as the biggest next one is the privacy. That GDPR in Europe and in India also, people are worried about Facebook, as is taking my data and all that. Naturally, AI works on data. Google Alexa is taking every day. If you are having Alexa in your home, or Google Home in your home, they are collecting data, everything. Gmail, when you are using, they are collecting data. So your privacy, if you see every site you go, accept cookies will come. All these are collecting data every second of yours, what you are doing, what is your patterns. WhatsApp is collecting every second with whom you are discussing, what is happening and all that. They may say no, but the data is available. So the security and ethical regulations, is one thing which, going to be stringent more and more. And that's where AI adoption, and the US elections where, not this time, 2016, when Trump won against Hillary, they said, no, it was completely Facebook influenced the voting and everything. Because with their patterns, because all that they have to do is bring in front of you videos which is showing Trump is great and Hillary is bad in Facebook, and bring those PJP pictures, ages and everything, and likes and all that. Then naturally you'll feel. So how elections can be rigged. I saw this video, the documentary. It's mind blowing. So that is the adoption. Those are the negative parts of AI and all that. That's where the IP part of it, easily it can be copied and all that. So those are the challenges for AI. But having said that, the scope and the potential is huge, because I just showed you few of the industries, friends. I have not shown you energy trading, petroleum industry using it, oil industry using it, and the predictions, like each and every stage is huge. traffic and all that. So I just wanted to end with that few examples which I thought will be relevant for this talk practically, which is being used. And companies like in my company, we are actually using AI in a big way for the chatbots, which you saw that banking Erica chatbot. We work with them and built it, because we do a lot of banking data analysis in the analytics in the background, and actually predict the outcomes and all that. In collections, we predict which type of customer is paying, when he is paying, what is his paying patterns and all that, practically in the collections part of it. We do a lot of analytics. I told you speech analytics now is becoming big, where real time when the customer is speaking, we convert speech into text, text to intent to next best action, we call that. So real time everything is done, so that agent is just need to take actions. That, and also we study, for example, in an hotel industry, because we also help people book hotels for big guys in US and all that. So what happens is there is a condition need to be done. You are booked for 2 people, you should not bring one more person. I'm just taking examples. When there are some 7 compliance rules, if you miss reading it, then the customer can sue you. So what we do is we clearly ensure that the agent has completed, told or not. All that is real time tracked with the help of AI and speech analytics and all that. So the subject is vast. The advantages, like people like me, as because I had worked in industry as well as manufacturing industry, as I told you, and retail industry, and then came to this IT industry. I'm able to really understand the practical applications, how a bank can use, how a supply chain can be using, how it can be used. But people here who are listening to it, you would have seen a lot of practical examples, friends. When you're doing your projects, or when you're doing your final year thesis, whatever is it allowed, please take up an industry where it is disrupting. Understand the examples, how the machine learning I showed you, how the machine learning patterns, the deep learning patterns, all that is being built, models are being built. It's all you have a lot of open source and all that. Learn from it and really make big in this industry when jumping in the future post COVID. Because COVID is only temporary. One day we will be coming out of it, and at that time please, world is vast, and you can really win the world. With that, I stop sharing and I stop my session. Hope it was useful. Anybody has any questions? Bala madam.
That was absolutely mind-blowing, especially in the afternoon. You made it very interesting with lots and lots of interesting videos. I should say that this is one of its kind of the session in this FTP, where the AI is brought in the form of videos from agriculture, from the retail stores to the health sector. Everything you have covered, sir. Even sports, music, you have not left even a single field. Agriculture, you have put everything in nutshell, and I think participants had a wonderful experience, sir. I know you have taken a lot of effort in compiling and putting things together for us. Thank you so much, Rangaraj sir, for taking the session for us. And any questions from audience? Sorry, I interrupted because I could not stop explaining how we actually enjoyed. Any questions from audience? Please go ahead.
Ma'am, no questions from the audience, ma'am.
Okay, no problem.
Ma'am, principal sir
No
is
problem.
there. Rangaraj sir, our principal, Sanskriti School of Engineering, is available with us. He would like to say a few words.
Sure.
Welcome, sir. Senthil sir, please.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
I welcome you.
Yeah. Thank you, madam. Very good afternoon to all of you. I last 5 or 10 minutes I came and sit at Rangarajan lecture. It's very interesting, sir, because 5 minutes we listen means it's possible to understand how the speaker is there. That is my habit. So I listened that some of the things, concept I understand that, because I am belongs to AI only. So I also working that past 5 years in AI. My PhD students also working in AI. Also I got that one content related to AI only. So that is a curiosity. I put this proposal to the AICTE. 5 minutes or 10 minutes I came here. So many academic work is there. So something you will check it, what is going on. Prashad Reddy came and asked that you come and see, sir, that way. So I came that it's excellent for that your what is that in AI application videos, this and all. People showed me videos, this and all, what you showed, that all the things. Thank for giving that very good motivation to that our faculties and external faculties. Again, it's lot 5 is there. It's possible to take in one more section for that. This is my request, because I especially interested for your lecture, sir. Because slot 5 is last slot. If any possibility is possible to time, it's convenient for our program. It's possible to put the schedule. Your schedule.
When it is?
The 27th onwards starts, sir. I'll send the schedule, sir. Madam knows, I think.
Okay, we can. Sure. Sure. No problem, sir. Positively. See, because see, my as I told you, sir, I have been such industry, but I realize, the industry is expecting the students who are going to come from your colleges has to be really, really come up with, most of them are only interested in coding. Unfortunately, they think that is the only thing which will fetch. But if you see the amount of research that is happening in the factories and the manufacturing industries, the healthcare and all is huge. And they are not having expertise. Unfortunately, people are not going there, and people who are in the lower rank only going there without knowledge, and that's how maximum the industries are suffering. Because I know Kiran Mazumdarji, Biocon and all, people are not venturing into the biotechnology areas and all that, where a lot of AI research is being happening, healthcare and all that. So my only request to the students, whoever or the professors, to bring them into light, saying it's not just the Python which is the only thing which we should lean and think that AI is Python and Python is AI. There are a lot of other things in the world if they can really come out, because most of them read Python and they think AI they have learned.
AI finished. That's a thinking that coding is not a AI.
That's fair.
How it's possible to implement in real time?
That's fair.
The possibility for what are the ups and downs we have to vary. That thinking ability should change. That is the purpose of AI. What you told is
absolutely
correct. Because this you are addressing in faculties. Because faculty, at least my aim is this: we conducted up to 5 slots. At least 10% of the faculty or 15% of the faculty touch on AI in terms of contributing the societies to improve that Indian societies. That is my aim. I put that this type of AICTE sponsored program, because I also worked in so many foreign countries. I learn something. I'll come to that India. I'll use it. That is my habit. There, what they're doing that I'll be learned. I'll be transformed to that my Indians. That is my scope. Easy to get that in foreign countries. So my aim is India to develop. Why we should develop other countries? That is a quote for me. That is the purpose I came and back and do that all the things. Thank you for giving that very good, excellent lecture. Practical exposure on AI aspects. Before that, we'll conclude that this is, Madam. Anything you want to speak, Madam?
No, sir.
No,
sir. No, not at all. Actually, this is a valedictory session also, Rangaraj sir. We have come to the end of the FDP session. So, Senthil sir, if you allow, I'll just brief on our speakers who has been there with us.
No problem. You speak.
Yes, sir. Especially AICTE, we had to thank for sponsoring our FDP, and I will just take the participants through whatever we have come across in this session. From day one, we had a forenoon session by Dr. C. Shobha Bindu, Professor of Computer Sciences, Director of Research Development Center, JNTU Anantapur. And the afternoon session on day one was taken by Dr. Azad, Senior Assistant Professor, Grade 2, School of Computer Science Engineering, VIT Bhopal University. And on day 2, that is 8th of December, we had Dr. Manoj Darbari talking to us. He's a senior member, IEEE USA and Chartered Engineer. And the afternoon session on day 2 was taken by Dr. Lata Parthiban, Professor and Head in Computer Sciences Engineering Department, Pondicherry University. On day 3, we had Dr. Lakshmi Narayan, Associate Professor in Computer Science Engineering, Welltech University, Chennai, and he spoke on AI and reinforcement learning. And of course, our own principal and professor, Dr. A. Senthil Kumar, sir, spoke on AI with Python. And on day 4, we had Dr. A.P. Shivakumar in the forenoon session professor from JNTU Anantapur and from the Department of Computer Science Engineering. He spoke on supervised and unsupervised learning. In the afternoon session on day 4, Dr. Divakar, head and professor from Computer Sciences, BBDIT University, he spoke on neural network and deep learning. On day 6, that is yesterday, we had Dr. C. Devraj Verma, head and associate professor CSC from Jain University, Bangalore. He spoke on introduction to natural language processing and its applications. In the afternoon session, we heard Mr. Paul from Vienna University, Austria, with Michael, who beautifully explained about their live project on using AI in detection of pH in the drinkable water in Austria. And they also spoke on how these apps can be more useful by using AI to address the social needs. And today morning session, the last day of the FTP was taken by Dr. Manpreet Singh Manna in the morning. He's Director AICTE Project Head SWAYAM and MOOCs. And he's very accomplished person. And in the afternoon session, we are very much pleased and very privileged to have Mr. Rangaraj sir to be here with us and sharing his wonderful experiences and live examples in the form of videos with us. Sir, it is such a wonderful session, and I thank all the speakers for all the days who has been wonderfully explaining the participants on the concept. And I especially thank engineering principal Dr. Senthil Kumar for being wonderful support in planning, organizing, especially the Department of Computer Science Engineering for such a wonderful planning and execution of the event. Meghana, Prasad Reddy sir, Shruti, Adarsh, the entire technical support also which was provided by the admin team, which was fantastically put up to run the entire FTP program successfully. So that is it from my side. Participants are the best part, where they were all attending on time and trying to submit the feedback and be present and ask questions. Without their help, the program would not be successful. And their principal and their faculty members who have supported them to participate in this FTP, I thank all of them. Especially, I thank our chairman for giving us this opportunity of organizing this FTP. That is from my side, sir. If anything you would like to add, Senthil sir?
Good afternoon, ma'am. On the behalf of Sanskriti School of Engineering and the Department of CSE, we thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us the great support and standing behind us in this great event. And we hope the same support in the future events also, ma'am.
Oh, sure. Thanks. That's my reality. I think we should thank the external people. We are always there support. So Rangaraj sir, thank you so much. We can close Meghana here.
Thank you, madam. Thanks
yes,
can we
yes,
conclude?
to Sanskrit College. Thanks, and my support is always there, madam.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Any feedback sharing from the participants, we will be happy.
Sure, madam. Sure, madam.
Any yes, sir.
Thank you.
Any faculty from, yes, sir. Thank you, Rangaraj sir.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah. Any participants would like to share the feedback, please go ahead. Yeah, can we conclude now, Meghana?
Sure. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, we can conclude.
Thanks, everyone.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Rangaraj sir. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.